They're in the semi-finals of the Coca-Cola Cup. Before today's home match with Derby, they'd lost just once in 22 games. The commentator for this match at Selhurst Park, Barry Davis.
The hot air balloon from Glasgow and the considerable work by Vic Worrell and his staff have ensured a number of firsts here. It's the first match at Selhurst Park this year, the first for Derby County anywhere, and the first in the Premiership for Wimbledon. Joe Kinnear's men had their first footing in the Coca-Cola Cup, and not surprisingly their team is unchanged from that which won well at Bolton. Their overall record, 1 defeat in 22 games, makes them the form team at the top, with a consistency, save for one blemish, that others find difficult to match. Derby County are making their 4th visit to the capital with a record of draws at Spurs, West Ham and Arsenal, where they really showed some style on Match of the Day. But since then they've drawn 1 and lost 3 and scored only 1 goal. Jim Smith makes 2 changes from his lineup from their last match, which was against Blackburn on December the 28th. Flynn for Daly and the fit again McGrath for the suspended Stemats. And the personality of the day is Hilda Lowe, 101. She was in fact on Tuesday, and she's been assured that her seat is available for next season. Pitch really looks extremely good. Dean Yates was caught. Flynn with the back pass. As ever, Joe Kinnear starting the match in the standing position. Well played, Gale. Akoku pulls away. He's in the middle. And Leonardson just couldn't take it in stride. And they get the corner in the end, but at the start of that attack, Wimbledon might have hoped for more. Koku had definitely found a bit of space. Man at the back, just that little touch was enough from McGrath. Header by Yates, shot by Leonardson, that was blocked. Offside flag is up anyway, and the follow-up by Robbie Earle. But an interesting attack that was built courtesy of a corner flag that caught out McGrath initially. Leonardson shot, but the flag was up before then. There's a couple of good blocks by Russell Holt. Slipped a little bit in the fingers, but the corner is won. Off the head of Larson. Gale positioned in front of the goalkeeper. Koku at the back post. Couple of clearing headers, but it's come straight back. Both the headers were by Yates. Gale. Leonardson. By Sturridge. Good play. Still got a bit to do, and he's worked the angle against him. And the goalkeeper timed the move from the line well. Showing a burst of speed and getting clear until the goalkeeper intervened. He's certainly no donkey, but that was an effective clearance. So was that. As it happened, here's Leonardson. Good block by Carsley. Kimball, good strike. Really hit that well. Would have been a picture goal for his debut in the scoring column. Premiership match. really hit it well. Into the empty seats where there isn't cover. Kimball. Again, the cross is overhit. It's been a weakness of the first half for Wimbledon. Cunningham. Better, Leonardson. No room to manoeuvre. And Asanovic concedes the corner. Setting up for Kimball. Away by Ashley Ward, kept in play. And here's Jones. Brilliantly out by McGrath. Jones again from a sitting position. And here's Dean Sturridge. I was going to say he could push and run it. And that's a foul by Sturridge. Doesn't know the meaning of a lost cause. Derby more than deserved to be on level terms. It might not be for much longer, goodness me. It just rolled off the head of a cuckoo and his body as well. Jones's cross got a deflection early on, and Robbie Earl and a cuckoo there, and it just bounced where Holt wanted it. Earl, as well by Larson. Hardly loses to right. Corner was not saved. Here's Perry just behind Earl. Well, was well challenged. Cunningham shot. Complete miskick. It just got the touch and it went for the corner. Off the crossbar and finally in. Marcus Gale, the scorer. Come close a few seconds earlier, and from the set piece Marcus Gale opens the scoring. Ardley's cross, plenty at the far post, it came back off the crossbar and Gale forced it home. Massive bodies there. Powell, who did his level best, Darryl Powell, to keep it out. But Marcus Gale gets Wimbledon the lead in the 61st minute. Jones. Hardley. Koku the chase. Well collected by Russell Holt. Given away by McGrath. This is a Koku who took too long. Half-hearted appeals for a penalty, but McGrath, who was sloppy initially, was quick to belie his years in his recovery. Can't quite believe what he did, but he got back and clearly won the ball first. And some fresh legs for Derby County. There's Ron Willems and Ashley Ward, who certainly worked very hard. With not too much fortune, is the player to be replaced. 10 minutes remaining. Asanovic. Hardly forces him all the way, and it's just a throw. Over Leonardson, the next to be replaced. Brian McAllister coming on in his stead. defending the need, which is of great credit, that observation, to Derby County. Surridge trying to find it, does well to get it back, and it's in! And it's Willems who scored it. A lot of credit there to Sturridge. Managed to get to a ball that was very wide, and it was Willems in front after Darryl Powell had played it in. 6 minutes from time, and the suggestion is that Derby County learn the lesson of Highbury. They really forced Wimbledon back after going a goal behind, and the pressure producing a deserved goal. I think he took the ball out over the line. When he gets up, he'll be inside, but I suspect it rolled out first. But if it did so, Russell Holt has escaped. Did well at full stretch here. And as he rolled on the ball, I think he took it over the line. He did indeed. Jim Smith tapping his watch. The referee doesn't react. But he does now. And Derby County have got a point that they deserve. The equalising goal from a man who'd barely been on the pitch for 2 minutes by Ron Willems in the 84th minute, wiping out the earlier goal by Marcus Gale for Wimbledon, which came from a corner and a header off the crossbar, and he was the nearest to seize the opportunity in the 61st. Final score is 1-1, and Wimbledon's challenge pegged back a bit. Jim Smith, a happy man.
The second half particularly, we played a little bit, well, a lot better than we did in the first half, and we passed it, and we always said if we keep it and pass it properly and accurately, we'll get goals. And I felt when we got the goal that we could go on and pinch the 3 really, but we do have a problem scoring, in all fairness.
Why?
Well, that's it. I mean, that is pressure, finding out why. That's, when you talk about pressure, that's trying to find out why they're not scoring goals when people who can score goals.
You have these sort of days. I mean, Effin had a great chance, I think, when the lad made a pass back. Effin's running through, and whether it was a penalty or not, I'm not sure, but he said he clipped his heels. But Effin had a great chance with a header. I lost count of many chances we had, but it was always going to be, it seemed that sort of day, but I thought with about 5 minutes ago or so, no, it was going to be our day and the maximum points. I thought we thoroughly deserved it, but you know, as I said, I was disappointed with the ball was in the air a long time on the cross, and we didn't deal with it on the back post. We should have done much better with that. We should have just cleared our lines and wrapped it up. But yeah, I am disappointed, to say the least. Yeah.
Wimbledon spend their lives making things difficult for other teams. Actually, Derby made it quite difficult for them today, despite all the chances Joe thinks
well,
they had.
I think they're going to get used to that, aren't they? With success comes a little bit of that expectation and the fear from the opposition to stop them playing. And because of that, I mean, they got a lot of people goal side Derby. They tended then to encourage Wimbledon to play the longer ball, but really Paul McGrath just swallowed everything. He was outstanding yet again, and probably the only spells of pressure that really developed came from set pieces. And I mean, you know, Wimbledon aren't particularly dangerous. We know they put a lot of players in the penalty area. You know, this corner kick from the right was a classic example. I mean, Alan Kimball puts a great ball in, but you know, it's just a mad scramble. Vinnie Jones falls over, then whacks it there, and if it's hooked on, but fortunately they've got enough defenders there at Derby to get it away. This is a long throw from Vinnie Jones, again a very effective weapon for them. He actually puts in a very good ball then that I think Effin Okuku should have put either side of Russell Holt, and it's in. Then another corner from the right. The pressure's building up now early in the second half, and Cunningham hits a shot that's sort of deflected away for another corner, and this is where the goal comes. In the end, it's Neil Ardley who also, from this hand, puts in very good pacey crosses. Okuku gets the first header, and Gale bundles it in, and at that stage, a bit like Joe Kinney, I think, they've got the breakthrough, and Derby aren't going to get back.
Yeah. With Wimbledon, you put your house on them to win the match at that stage, wouldn't you, really, once they've gone ahead?
That's right, and Derby are struggling to score. They showed a lot of character, battled away. I thought Wimbledon just sat back a little bit, you know, perhaps because they're playing the League Cup quarter-final in the week at Bolton and winning well. They thought, well, we've done it now. And it was a bit of a lack of concentration, really, a bit of a lapse late on, which Joe was very frustrated about. I mean, it reminded me a bit of the Arsenal-Villa game when Arsenal conceded a goal similar to this. You can see the linesman flagging there, and Brian McAllister defenders, Joe's decided to bring him on instead of Leonardson. You see him running into the penalty area, Robbie Earle pointing, and strangely enough, he's pointed, and when the cross comes over, he's picking up Sturridge. You have to say goalkeeper Neil Sullivan hasn't helped us in no man's land, and whether then McAllister, this distracted, allows little Sturridge to do exceptionally well and nod it back in, and the two subs then, Powell and Willem, say thanks very much. So when you think of, Man United playing tomorrow, but 6 of the other 7 who were playing today at the top, nobody won. So although Joe said he didn't lose ground, it was a great opportunity to put the pressure towards the top.
Thank you, Trevor.